Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for the latest Cyberpunk 2077 news, secrets, leaks, and updates. The saga of Cyberpunk 2077's development and release is a tale of ambition, controversy, and redemption. CD Projekt Red is now aiming to redeem the game with a major expansion, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, set to release on September 26th. This expansion, starring Idris Elba, promises to overhaul various parts of the game, including its class abilities and the much-criticized police system. The game's director, Gabe Amatangelo, asserts an absolute dedication to making things right, signaling a commitment to learning from past mistakes. Cyberpunk 2077 was one of the most anticipated games prior to its release, with its massive, dystopian sci-fi city setting and the star power of Keanu Reeves. Upon its release in 2020, the game was plagued by numerous glitches and technical problems, leading to a wave of criticism and disappointment. The game's troubled launch not only impacted CD Projekt Red's reputation but also had significant financial implications, as reflected in the sharp decline in the company's stock prices. This was a stark contrast to the steady rise in stock value that CD Projekt Red had enjoyed in the lead-up to the game's release. The new expansion, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, features an ambitious storyline that involves rescuing and protecting the president of the game's fictional new United States of America. The game challenges players with a series of interesting decisions, such as whether to trust a pair of drifters who show up at the safe house where the president is hiding. This new storyline and the overhauled game mechanics represent CD Projekt Red's attempt to redeem Cyberpunk 2077 and deliver on the initial promise of the game. The development process of Cyberpunk 2077 was marked by a series of challenges and controversies. CD Projekt Red had initially planned to release at least 2 expansions for Cyberpunk 2077, following the blueprint of their previous hit game, The Witcher 3. But after the poor reception of Cyberpunk 2077, the company pivoted to free content updates and eventually decided to focus on Phantom Liberty. This change in strategy was accompanied by significant changes in the development team, with top director Conrad Thomas-Skewix leaving the studio following an internal investigation into accusations of bullying, which he denied. His brother Matthews Thomas-Skewix, who was leading Phantom Liberty, also stepped down and was replaced by Amatangelo, an industry veteran who had joined CD Projekt the previous year. Amatangelo led the development of Cyberpunk 2077 Second's well-received patch 1.5, which was released in February 2022. He and his team are now finishing the new expansion. CD Projekt's board of directors has given them complete creative control to make it right, including all the time and resources he requested. Despite the problems that plagued Cyberpunk 2077, the game has been commercially successful, selling more than 20 million copies. However, the game was devastated by so many glitches that Sony Group Corp. ended up pulling it from the PlayStation Digital Store for more than 6 months. This incident served as a stark reminder of the potential risks associated with game development and the importance of quality control and transparency. To win back all the fans who were displeased and angry for the rocky launch of Cyberpunk 2077, Amatangelo has been hard at work to resolve much of the company's cultural issues. CD Projekt Red recently opened an office in Boston to improve its recruitment of veteran game developers who do not want to move to Warsaw. Amatangelo, who is American, said he splits his time between the US and Poland. This move represents a significant step in CD Projekt Red's efforts to broaden its talent pool and bring in fresh perspectives to its game development process. During the release of Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red was widely criticized for breaking a promise and forcing employees to work extensive overtime, an industry problem known as crunch. After the game came out and CD Projekt Red faced significant attrition, the company again vowed that it would not ask employees to crunch. This issue of crunch has been a long-standing problem in the video game industry, with many developers facing intense pressure to meet tight deadlines, often at the expense of their health and well-being. On Phantom Liberty, Amatangelo said they have lived up to that promise, implementing various policies to prevent people from burning out, including a system that alerts management if someone is working for prolonged periods of time. He said if an employee asks to do a few extra hours, he'll permit it, but only to a certain degree. Fortunately, it's a very healthy work-life balance right now, Amitangelo said. This commitment to a healthier work-life balance represents a significant shift in CD Projekt Red's approach to game development and could potentially serve as a model for other companies in the industry. However, achieving a healthy work-life balance in the video game industry is a complex and ongoing issue. Lower-level staff members at CD Projekt Red have backed up Amitangelo's assertion about the improved work-life balance, but they also cautioned that it remains a complicated issue, as it is throughout the entire video game industry. This highlights the broader challenges facing the industry in terms of working conditions and employee well-being. Looking ahead, Amitangelo revealed that after Phantom Liberty, he will direct a full-blown sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. This time around, rather than using proprietary technology, CD Projekt Red will use Epic Games' Unreal Engine 5, a decision that will also likely help the company's recruiting efforts. The use of Unreal Engine 5, a popular and widely used game engine, could potentially streamline the development process and help avoid some of the technical issues that plagued Cyberpunk 2077 at launch. The story of Cyberpunk 2077's development, release, and redemption is a tale of ambition, controversy, and learning from past mistakes. With the upcoming release of Phantom Liberty, CD Projekt Red is looking to not only redeem Cyberpunk 2077 but also address some of the broader issues facing the company and the video game industry. Whether they succeed remains to be seen, but their efforts represent a significant step in the right direction. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for the latest Cyberpunk 2077 news, secrets, leaks, and updates. Until next time, guys, keep raging.